Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
Continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. Years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
In a matchup that goes back to 1990, the Adrian College Bulldogs are set to host the Bluffton University Beavers in a major early season contest. Hello everyone, I'm Josh Mitchell, along with Braden Packyard, set to bring you this contest of women's basketball. We're coming to you from the Maryland Sports and Fitness Center. Adrian, they come in with a 2-2 record, having dropped a pair of games, including the last one they played. They will take on Bluffton. They come in undefeated, 3-0 on the campaign.
A big reason why they are ahead and undefeated so far is their leading scorer, Madison Brown, averaging 19 points a game and having 51% from the field. Having a volume scorer like that can just lead to great things, great spacing.
Great spacing for the Beavers. They come in, really looking at the numbers, Packard, this is a game between two teams really balanced in a lot of these numbers in terms of field goal percentage, points per game, defensive points per game that they're giving up. These two teams, on paper, pretty well matched.
I have to agree with you. Both are post-dominant teams, with Bluffton having being only at 28% from three as a team, as Adrian is, as a team, I believe they are, they make about 25% from three. So, both equally, post-dominant teams, and I believe that we'll see a lot of that tonight.
One stat that does jump off the stat sheet when you're talking about this game is for Bluffton, they come in averaging over 10 steals per game. On Adrian's end, they're averaging 18 turnovers per game. That's going to be a big thing to watch. Got to keep control of the ball in this game.
I completely agree with you. Adrian's style of play is definitely a lot more physical in paint and trying to draw that contact. So they can't get away with it this time around. They have some defensive-minded players, and they have to work around that and try to space out just a little bit.
For these Bulldogs, last time they were in action was a pair of road games. They went down to take on Case Western in a tight-fought 65-58 loss. The game before that was over at crosstown rival Siena Heights University, where Adrian pulled off a win almost at the buzzer. It was Morgan Babb, who we'll see a lot of tonight. She scored with under 3 seconds to play to put Adrian up in that game for good. So this Adrian team, they've been tested early in some close games.
I 100% agree. Morgan Babb being the second leading scorer on the Bulldogs with 13.7 points a game and almost a triple-double with 9 rebounds a game. You know, it's definitely a two-sided player, and, you know, averages more defensive rebounds than anything with 6.7.
Her partner down low, another senior for the Bulldogs, Aubrey Ix, she comes in shooting a healthy 73% from the field, a two-time All-Conference nominee.
These two are definitely going to be the highlight of the show, and we're going to see a lot of the team revolve around them, but we can't wait to see how that works out with this defensive-minded team. As you mentioned, this other team averages 10 steals a game, so we're going to have to see some perimeter shooters here tonight.
Another thing to point out is the health of these two teams. Still very early in the year, only a couple weeks in. And Bluffton, they come in with 4 players out for this game. One of them, Mackenzie Townsend, she tore her ACL not more than 2 days ago, Coach told me. So early injuries hurting, maybe not the starting lineup so far for Bluffton, but hurting the depth on what already is a roster which is 4 or 5 players smaller than Adrian's.
I completely agree. Once you attack that rotational depth, it really affects the starters and how much minutes they are going to be playing. You'll see a lot more people like Madison Brown pushing like 30, maybe 28 to 30 minutes a game because of how much how many people are out.
You talk about Madison Brown. That's going to be the player to watch in this game for Bluffton, coming in averaging 19 points a game. That's a lot in the women's side of things. Only 3 games in, but hot start for her.
I couldn't agree more with her averaging 29.7 minutes a game. She seems to be the star of the show, and, you know, they're going to be building around her and trying to get her as many open looks as you can in the post.
Building around her with this Bluffton team, their coach, Coach Shuffler, in his 21st season, got a chance to talk to him before the game, feeling really strong about the senior leadership on his team, but he's only got 3 seniors on the roster, but he said the ones he's got have really stepped in and filled those roles for him.
I couldn't agree more. Another person that stands out is number 24, Lacey Fenstermaker, who averages 13 points a game, but also is phenomenal for field goal percentage with 56.5%, and also a really good 42.9% from 3. So, you know, I mean, that is fantastic so far throughout the season.
Josh Mitchell and Packard here again, ready for this matchup. Early season women's basketball between Adrian College and the Bluffton Beavers. Packard, what are you looking for in this game? What are the keys for Adrian to get a win, improve to 3-2, and end an undefeated start for Bluffton?
Well, with Adrian's side of the side, they really have to stop relying on the physical type of play in the post. With this sort of team, they will be physical back and they will try to steal the ball. So Adrian has to space out just a little bit, go into the mid-range or go for the threes. And for Bluffton, they just need to not gas out their starters. With 4 people out already in the rotational depth, you know, you just got to make sure that you space out as many players and as many players that can play at the current minute. That
physical play going to come into effect tonight. That was another thing that Coach Shuffler talked to me about before the game. He pointed out Morgan Babb for the Bulldogs. She shot 25 free throws for the first 4 games. That's quite a bit. She's really playing physical down low.
Exactly. She's not afraid of the contact. Was exactly what you want in a player, and you know she's very consistent from the free throw line. I believe she is above 70% from the free throw line. I believe
I got 68%.
Okay. I went down. I went down the last time I checked.
Very close. But either way, she and Aubrey X are going to be the main players for the Bulldogs down low. Both teams clearing the field. Our press announcer Ian Went getting set to announce our starting lineups for this Division III game. Bluffton, they come in with that 3-0 record. Bulldogs 2-2. Tip is coming up shortly. Start of this one gonna come up next. You're watching Bulldog basketball on ACTV.
Welcome to Adrian College, where we believe in educating both the heart and the mind. With over 100 innovative academic programs and 10 cutting-edge institutes, you'll find a path that's right for you. Join our vibrant community of over 50 athletic teams and discover why we're recognized as a U.S. News & World Report Most Innovative Institution. Adrian College, where passion meets purpose. Your future starts here.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I can have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Welcome back to the Maryland Sports and Fitness Center. The Adrian College Bulldogs set to take on the Bluffton University Beavers here in women's basketball from Adrian. Both teams getting introduced. Up here in the booth, Josh Mitchell alongside my co-host today, Braden Packard. And Packard, both these teams coming out. Adrian College, they come in 2-2, looking for a big win here this evening.
Yeah, Bulldogs are looking to bounce back after the loss last weekend to Case. Last weekend to Case Western Reserve University. It was a loss to 65-58. Hoping to bounce back from with Bluffton here. But you know, this is a serious team. This is a real team early on in the season, starting off 3-0. And, you know, they're looking to keep on that momentum. Let's see if the Bulldogs can withstand that.
Players being introduced. Again, those two big stars, the seniors on this Bulldog roster. Expect to see a lot of them down low. Morgan Babb and Aubrey X. Like you said, this is a game going to be one down low. Not a game you expect to see a lot of three-pointers. Not a game you really expect to see a ton of points go up on the board. These teams like to play defense, like to play physical. We'll see who comes out on top today. Players getting set. Some final words from the Bulldog coach, Sam Miller. Wasn't out on the court for most of this warm-up period. Had a recruit in the back, we were told, showing them around the facility. but locked in now, and his ladies ready to go as the Bulldogs will take the court. They will square up, set to go here from the Marilats. Players are ready. As we will have our opening tip. Bulldogs and Beavers, we are underway. Controlled off the opening tip by Bluffton. On the far side by Jessica Moore. She'll hand it off to Madison Brown. Gets in, stops, pivots, gives it back off to Moore. Moore gets down below again, back over to Brown. Brown will drive on in. She'll stop, throwing up wide. Rebound recovered by Bluffton. They'll drive into the paint. Throw it back out to Moore. Now on the far side. Into the paint area again. This time it goes out. Madison Brown did not shoot it right away. Called for the travel. Shot was good, but no points. Traveled before it.
Great job on the ref to catch that. You know, it's very hard nowadays with the step back being popularized because of the NBA. So it's hard to catch when you are holding the ball and stepping back at the same time.
First possession for Adrian. They'll throw it down low, up right away, into the action. Instantly is Aubrey X, her first basket of the game. Back on the attack the other way. Three-pointer put up off the rim. On the far side, rebound by Adrian. They'll take it the other way. Over to the far side. X again. Off the back of the rim and in. Mid-range jumper for two. And Aubrey has 4 to open this game.
What a hot start for Adrian, you know, getting the defensive rebound and going on the fast break to get that wide open mid-range shot for X.
That shot goes up, no good. Trying to put it back up, poked away, out of bounds. It'll go Adrian's direction. Strong defensive play down low by Hannah Lynch. Adrian will bring it back down the court. Allison Moorhead at the top. She gives it off to Schultz. Schultz to Ick. Ick over to Lynch. She sends it back over to the top of the key. Feed it to the far side to Babb. She'll shoot a long-range 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Offensive rebound, back up and in. Schultz gets a basket, and Adrian leads 6-0.
Seen a lot of physical basketball here early on from Adrian. Like to see that build the momentum, already leading 6-0.
Beavers control, driving into the paint, gets by 1, shot up, lost the handle on it, but we got a whistle. First foul of the game. Be 2 shots. Ashlyn Moorhead called for the foul. First pair of free throws of the game for Jessica Moore. Goes up, makes the first. Second shot coming. Up and good. 2 shots for Jessica Moore as they will take a 6-2 deficit now. Adrian been hot to start. Over Ikes. Down, back out, 3-pointer. Yes, sir! Hannah Lynch nets one down, and the Bulldogs lead 9-2.
Catch and shoot 3, that's what you love to see from the Bulldogs. Exactly what I wanted to see earlier, them spacing out, and now with a fast break.
Mishandle, breakaway, another 2. Hannah Lynch putting them up, and we got a timeout called by Coach Schuttler for the Beavers. Gonna take a second to talk this one over. They'll talk it over on the far sides as Adrian off to a roaring start here, 11-2, the early advantage. as this has been an electric start for them. Everybody get involved between Ikes, Lynch with a couple good plays defensively as well. Breakaway. Couple good shots, including that three. Both teams set to break out of their huddles as for Coach Shuttler, an early timeout called, but the 21-year veteran coach, the winningest coach in program history, can try and get his ladies on the roll as we are cleared out and back into the action. Bluffton will bring it down the court. Clark has it on the far side, double teamed all the way back out, loses possession of it. Adrian with the steal, will take it out ahead, gives it over to Babb. Babb gets cut off, send it back out, now down inside, shot goes up and good.
What a great use of the eyes there. She was expecting her to pass it back out to the perimeter, but used the eyes to her advantage and passed into the post to Ix for the easy two.
Aggressive drive there by Madison Brown on the other end. Second foul goes against Adrian. No shots though. Rotate the ball around the top of the key. Called for another travel. That's two travels called on Bluffton, and we came into the game talking about how Adrian was the one committing all these turnovers early in the season. So far, it's been the other way around.
You know, it's still early on in the game. You know, you're going to get your hiccups out now. But, you know, once we get to the second quarter, I definitely believe that Bluffton will be a more reinforced and more, more reinforced type of team. Here's Babb from three.
Pitched out the back, and no good on that one. Other direction goes Bluffton. Down the court quickly. Brown gets down below. She'll drop it off. Inside, up and good. Gonna say no shot though. It was Fenstermaker who got the feed down low, wasn't able to put it up and in. Another throw out from behind. 3 fouls in the period for Adrian. None called so far on Bluffton. Bluffton has it out front, leaves it off to Brown. Brown down inside. Her shot up and good. Beat it out. Down the court goes Alexis Steveley. Steveley will send it off to Babb. Babb back to Lynch. Controlled by Linder. Down underneath. Shot up. No good, but a foul. Foul called on Babb, but she'll go to the line for two.
Well, first foul on the Beavers, but this will be Morgan Babb, one of the leading scorers here for the Bulldogs. Not exactly the person you want to be following here, but you know, that's just the type of style that Babb has. Very physical type of player, will always bring it down into the post and will always go for the contested lay.
First free throw is good for Babb. Second up and good as well. 2 for 2 at the line for Babb. Will head the other direction. Then will send it out on top to Steveley. Steveley leaves off to Brown. Brown down in front. Her shot short. Losing possession of it there was Adrian off the rebound. Recollect by Babb. Now Adrian has it down the court once again. Moorhead with it here at the top. Gonna organize things. Now they get it down in front once again. Nothing but nylon for Babb.
This is looking like a lot like their Hiram College game the other day when Adrian just built on an early lead and then just continued to build on from there.
17-4 the advantage. Bluffton trying to find some momentum. Down low, shot up and good. Strong shot there from Fenstermaker. Adrian now with it. They try and send over another travel call. That's 3 travels in the period. And that'll be our first media timeout. We'll remind you to stay connected with all the action by following at AdrianCollegeTV on social media. From game highlights to campus events, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment. Follow at AdrianCollegeTV today. Bluffton feed it out to the far side. Down in front, jumper short, bounces out of bounds. It'll be Adrian College possession. We'll leave it off to Moorhead. Moorhead will bring it down to the top of the key. Trying to run some pick and roll action. Instead, they send it over to Lynch. Down inside, fighting Ikes, lays it in. That's 2 for Ikes in this period, down low like that, and Bulldogs continue to expand this advantage. 3-pointer on the way, off the back of the rim. Adrian collects and will go the other way with Lynch. Lynch dribbling in front, step back 3. Yes, sir! A second 3 for Hannah Lynch as the Bulldogs continue to expand their advantage.
What a great shot from the Bulldogs. As exactly what I was saying earlier, they're starting to extend their range a little bit, not with their star players, but they're doing that with their point guards and their shooting guards, and that's exactly what you want to see.
Adrian College now with possession. And they will bring it down the court. Just into the game was McElroy. Passing it around down low. Reverse layup is good. Morgan Babb with another as Adrian really blowing things wide open here in this first quarter. Down low again. Pushing. Foul called. And it's going to be an offensive foul. So it'll be Adrian College possession once again. Another turnover for Bluffton.
This is just very unlike them. You know, we were talking about earlier, we were most worried about the Bulldogs' turnovers. And as soon as I say that's a Bulldog that's a Bulldog turnover right there. But, you know, it has...
Slot that one into the Adrian College highlight reel, I suppose.
But, you know, I mean, Bluffton has just been rattled a little bit, not expecting the Bulldogs to take as much perimeter shots. I expected them to be a lot more physical here in the paint. Let's see if Bluffton can recuperate and try to come up with a plan to stop that.
Really, it's been the physical play down low. Here we see it again. That one is good. Contested down low for Niekamp, but she manages to put one in. Trying to build some momentum if you are Bluffton. Adrian will control it. Out to the near side once again. Now down in front. Over for a 3. Off the side of the rim, no good. It'll be Bluffton ball out of bounds.
What a great shot attempt! You know, that's exactly the kind of looks that you're looking for. You know, it just didn't have the right connection. But, you know, still very early on in the game. Still, you know, few people rotating in. They'll definitely get warmed up and get ready to hit those kind of shots later on.
Pass down low, poked away. Adrian trying to get a steal, able to corral it though, and get it out for a 3. Yes, sir! A 3-pointer for Alexis Stevely, the junior, gets Bluffton just a little bit closer here in this first quarter. Over for another 3, off the side of the rim, no good by Lindreth, and it'll go out of bounds. They'll stay on this end though. Good crowd in attendance here at the Marilat this evening. This one trying to feed it down low. Good defensive play by Niekamp, but she's able to poke it away before it could get over to Morgan Babb. We know how dangerous she is down low. Bluffton trying to get set up. They'll toss it on front, over for another three. Off the back of the rim. High, poked and controlled by Bluffton. They'll take it down the court. Brown sends it over, trying to get it down low. Almost poked away, but controlled. Nice step around shot. No good, but a foul.
What a great use of footwork there in the post to get the open shot. Just couldn't get the right angling on the layup, but great job getting the foul. Another thing to mention as well, this game has been, this first quarter has been going by fast. It is already a minute 15 left here in the first.
Free throw up and good for Niekamp, as these are the 5th and 6th free throw attempts for Bluffton here in this game. 75% free throw shooting as a team, and they're 6 for 6 so far.
Have the substitution with Tierman getting in.
Adrian will bring it down over the court. McElroy will send it over to Tierman. Tierman to the near side to Lindreth. Lindreth will get inside. Her shot, no, but gonna have committed the offensive foul beforehand. That one's gonna go against Morgan Babb. Second on Babb, so she'll come out, as already called for a pair of fouls in this game. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Double team comes out top once again. Trying to get it down inside. Nobody there. Goes out of bounds. It'll stay on this end. 48 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Adrian leading 23-13. They'll feed it over to Brown. She gets it down low. Shot up and good. Strong post play so far in this quarter by Niekamp, and she's doing her best to keep the Beavers in it.
You know, Beavers were down early, but they have clawed their way back up, making it only a 23-15 lead here. They were down by 6. There was a 6-21 lead at one point.
Ignaski gets that one up on the mid-range jumper. 20 seconds to go. Brown drive down behind the basket. Called for a foul drawn. So, great job penetrating and getting these foul calls. We've seen now 6 in the quarter against Adrian to only 1 against Bluffton. So 6 fouls means Bluffton will go to the line. First up and good, as they are now 7 for 7 from the free throw line. Brown, her second shot coming up, the leading scorer for this Beaver team. That one up and good. 14.7 seconds to go here in the period. Gonna look to make this the last possession of the quarter. Driving around is McElroy. She gets down low. Her shot up, no, but a foul. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. And McElroy will head to the line for a pair of shots.
Both teams putting their bodies on the line just to be able to stop the clock. That's just great effort right there and great grit. It's hard to say great grit like right after each other. It's like say that 5 times fast. But you know, it's a very great hustle from both sides, and we love to see that here early on.
Free throw up and good from McElroy. We'll head the other direction. Down inside. Throws a shot up at the buzzer, and it's good. Brown adds 2 before the horn. And the Bulldogs only lead by 8 through the first quarter.
You know, Bulldogs kind of led up defensively after they picked up a few fouls, which allowed for the Beavers to be a lot more physical there in the paint.
First quarter done, second quarter set to come. We'll step aside. You're watching Adrian College women's basketball on ACTV.
Fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at AdrianCollegeTV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Welcome back to the Merrilats as Adrian College with an 8-point lead for Adrian. They are led by second-year coach Sam Miller, a graduate back in 2010 from Adrian. Last season, first season with the team, they went 7-19, MIAA tournament appearance. Hoping for better things here. He's been all over the nation coaching basketball. Assistant over at Duke, North Carolina, been to a few places, but found his way back here to Adrian, where he graduated almost 15 years ago.
A very respectable coaching tenure, and that's exactly why the Bulldogs have been doing so well so far.
Big game already in the first half for Lynch, as she has 2 threes and adds another basket there. Here's a 3 on the other end, off the side of the rim. Corralled for Adrian by Bartwicki. Right the other way as Moorhead leaves it off. Moorhead gets it back, feeds it down low. Euro step around, not quite there. Rebound controlled by Heckmont. Brown now has it down the other way. Wide open 3 off the side of the rim. Corralling it is Moorhead with the rebound. Moorhead will bring it over the half court. Leaves it off for Ignaski. She puts up a mid-range jumper, no. Rebound by Clark. She'll take it the other direction. Clark leaves it off down low for Fenstermaker. She tries to put it up, draws the foul.
Near jump ball right there, that was almost forced, but a great job from the ref realizing that that was all wrist right there more than the ball.
Adrian leads by 10. You get it in to Fenstermaker. She steps around, leaves it off for Niekamp. Gets called for the travel. That's another travel against the Beavers in this game.
Travels on both sides. I remember Adrian had a travel called on them as well earlier here in the first. It's something that you got to patch out early on here in the first 2 quarters, and I believe here in the third and fourth it'll be a lot more clean.
Trying to get it over on top. Almost a nice steal by Clark. Instead, it gets over into the corner. 3-pointer goes long. Brown with the rebound. She brings it all the way down the court. Drives down low. Gets doubled. Leaves it off on top. Penetrating down low. Fenstermaker loses it on the pass. Back the other way. All the way to the glass and in. Lynch adds another as she's having a huge game here in the first half.
And not only is she very reliable from the arc, but she is very reliable there on the coast-to-coast sort of fast break play.
Double team, and that'll go as a turnover or maybe a steal. Either way, it's Adrian ball. Great double team to collapse down there on the defensive end. So Adrian continues to lead 31-19.
Bulldogs seem to continue to double team on defense when it keeps on suffocating them and making them make rush decisions.
Here's a long three, and it's good! Ignaski nets one from long range and extends the Bulldog lead. Brown the other way. She gets down low, spins around twice, throws it up off the side of the rim. Rebound by Frensky. Here's a three. No good. Rebound up again and fouled. Good hard play on the offensive glass by Jessica Moore to draw that foul. Another pair of shots for the Beavers as they have been finding their way at the line so far tonight.
Beavers have been fairly consistent here from the free throw line.
I believe they're yet to miss. I think this is free throw 9 and 10, and they're 100% so far.
Right. So, you know, I believe that's their saving grace for the night, as long as they're going to still be physical and being willing to take that sort of physicality there in the paint. I believe that they will be all right, and they'll be able to stay in this game. Bulldogs are surprisingly, they're extending the range like I mentioned earlier, and that is coming from not only their starters but their rotational depth pieces.
Bab gets down low, she throws it up, and hard fight on the glass, foul called. Believe that one was called against Adrian's number 15, Laura Bukowski. We'll head the other direction, down on front. Send it over to Brown. Brown dumps it down low, defense maker. Good defensive play once again, but Brown recovers. She drives down low, waits, shoots, and scores.
A great pacing from Brown to use not only her speed to her advantage, but also just using that height off of her jump shot. What a great use of that.
Feed out, another three, around and out. Bartikowicz almost found that one down. So this one across court, drive down inside, throw up, and good for Niedenkamp. Good assist by Clark.
It's a great bounce pass there in the paint, which allowed her to get a very open look there.
Lynch, she's been hot. Not this time. Corral, mid-range shot thrown up. Both of those ones go short. Corralled here out to Babb. Swing it around the circle. Lynch with it again. She rotates over, drops it off, and calls for another travel.
I believe that's the second time that has affected the Bulldogs, and here in the second quarter. Yeah, but that is not going to be really affecting their lead too much. But Beavers are coming back here, 34-25.
Penetrate inside, dump it off, hard play and a foul on Brown. No shot. It'll be 2 free throws. No, not even free throws. Gonna say she was not in the shooting motion. So they'll throw it in from the back line. 4-0 on the foul count again in this quarter. Brown on the near side. She drives all the way in. 3 Bulldogs there. It would get the rebound away. Lynch will head down the court. Drops it off ahead. Swing it over. Another long range 3 off the back of the iron. Corralled by Clark. Clark takes it down the court. Resets, under 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Brown drives down inside, drops it off on top for Sims. Sims back to Brown. Brown drives down inside, steps around, throws one up, goes wide. Adrian with the recovery. They'll go down the court. Lynch will stop, reset, draws the defense, out on top, swing it around, back out again, penetrate, throws one up, hard off the glass, contested on the rebound, and a foul called.
Great job on the offensive glass, and not only that, but they're also really using the screens well, which led to that wide open drive for Tierman into the lane.
We're at our media timeout for the period. We'll step aside and come right back. You're watching Adrian College basketball.
Become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
Welcome back to ACTV Women's Basketball. I'm going to look here at the Beavers sideline. They are coached by their winningest head coach in program history in his 21st season, Coach Shuttler. He's at, if my math is correct, 197 wins in his illustrious career. When I talked to him before the game, I told him he was coming up on that 200 game mark for wins. He couldn't believe me. He didn't know that he was coming up on that milestone, but said, you know, he's been there a long time, gotten to do it a long time, took the program to their first ever NCAA tournament game. Been a few years now, but glad to see a play like this on the steal down score. A nice recovery by Lynch to get back and poke that one away.
You'll love to see that kind of effort, not only defensively but offensively. You know, both sides were just not letting up and wanted to get that fast break points. But the Bulldogs were not going to let that happen.
That was a play I think both coaches love to see. One on one end, one on the other. Adrian College back on the offense, leading by 9. Lynch drops it off to the top. Around the arc they go. 12 on the play clock. Now down inside. Her shot not quite there. Almost stolen away. It is stolen away. Lynch gets it back. Down inside. Layup up and good. Defense to offense for Lynch.
You know, in basketball, sometimes you need to make that quick switch more often than not. And great job from Tierman being right there for the easy lay-in.
Another travel committed by Bluffton. This one by Heckema. Coach Nick Miller for the Bulldogs, barking out instructions. Tends to wander a little decent ways onto the court sometimes. Adrian with it here. Ike spins around, throws one, tries to get it over to Lish. Miscommunication there, goes bouncing into the Bluffton bench right over by the injured players. And there's 4 players out for this game for Coach Shuttler. No injuries on the report for Adrian. Here's a good drive by Clark. Gets her own rebound, gets it out for a 3. Off the rim, no good. Another offensive rebound, up and in, and the foul. Strong play down low by Hecka Thorne. As she puts it in, a free throw upcoming as this Bulldog lead continues to hover right around that 9-10 mark.
You know, at one point in the game here earlier in the first, it was 21-6, but the Beavers have found a way to still stay in the game. What they need to do is need to widen out their range a little bit, start taking more perimeter shots, but also need to stay consistent with their free throws. I don't believe they have missed a free throw yet in this game.
I believe that was actually the first miss.
Oh,
right
yeah,
there.
right there. Oh my, you know, that's commentator's curse right there. I gotta keep that to myself next time.
Ikes feeds it out. Down low, heavy contact on the shot. aggressive drive down the lane from Lish. As I tell you, she's only averaging 8 points a game through the first 4 contests, but she's putting on a show so far this half.
I 100% agree. Not only has she been putting on the show offensively, but defensively. As you know, getting that steal back from having the near turnover to a fast break layup. You know, sometimes you need to, you know, have like a memory like a goldfish. Forget that you just lost the ball, and you have to stay in the play. And that's exactly what she did.
Her first free throw, no. She will get a second. Adrian not been to the line very often in this game. They come in shooting 60% as a team on the year. That one no good. Offensive rebound, not quite there. Another offensive rebound. Shot, no. Stolen away. X really wanted those ones, but here's the perimeter shot you were talking about off the back of the rim. Offensive rebound up. Bluffton player hits the court, no call. Hit the other direction. Feeding it down low. Once again, it's Bab. Haven't heard too much of her tonight. She misses one there.
A little bit of a aggressive shot right there, as she was a triple teamed there in the post. Bab had the wide open look there and the arch. But you know, sometimes you just got to take those kind of shots when you are the star player, and you know you take those kind of shots when you're a senior.
Pass got poked away, and who else do you expect to see on the court fighting for it but Adrian's Hannah Lynch. Controlled by Bluffton. Send it out on top to Fenster. Down low. Shot blocked away out of bounds, but not able to save it. Was Bab, so it'll stay on this end of the court. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Drop it around to Clark. Over to Fenster. She loses it out of bounds. An extended possession for Bluffton yields no points. The lead remains 9. Adrian will take the ball down the court. Stop it out of the top. Does Moorhead. Poked away for a second, but corrals it down low as Ikes. Back to Moorhead for 3. Off the front of the rim, no. Corralled offensive rebound up and in for Ava Schultz. Brown with it on top. She drives all the way through. Her layup is up and good. Brown showing her talent as the leading scorer for the Beavers. Pass cross court, ends up with Moorhead. She leaves it off for Lynch. Lish down low. Her shot up and good. Another goal for Hannah Lynch. Brown now has it the other direction. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. Or the second quarter, excuse me. Clark, she tries to penetrate down. Mid-range jump shot thrown up, no good. Ground by the Bulldogs. Throws it down the court quickly. Ikes backs on in, throws it up, and in. Ix with another shot. Other direction, tries to feed it down below, throws it back in. Off an Adrian College player, not able to get it back in though. 10 seconds to go. Down the court, back over, all the way through. No shot wave off because it's a travel. Travel with 5 seconds, and Bluffton will get a chance to add before the end of the half. They scored to beat the buzzer at the end of the first quarter. Going to try and do it here at the end of the second quarter. Adrian put a few baskets together after a stall to get a run together as they now have expanded their lead. Other direction for Brown. She'll drive down, throws it up, gets it to go before the buzzer. Back-to-back buzzer beaters to end both quarters so far for Bluffton as they only trail the Bulldogs by 11 through the first half.
No, Bluffton's getting saved by the bell both times, and is both Madison Brown coming in and is having a great game so far. You know, having 12 points, leading scorer there for the Beavers. And let's see if she can continue this into the second half.
For Adrian College, 2 players jumping off so far. First, down low, one of the 2. We haven't seen much of Bab so far, but her associate down low, Aubrey Ix, she's having a nice game.
I completely agree. Not only is she doing well on the offensive side and with 8 points, but she's also having that hustle play, getting physical in the paint, and not getting afraid to get those boards.
I believe the leading scorer to this point, for Adrian anyway, Hannah Lynch, she's having a big game. 2 threes, a multitude of offensive shots down low as well, and especially on the defensive end.
I couldn't agree more. The Bulldogs really needed somebody to be able to space out in this game and widen the lead a little bit, and that's exactly what they've been able to do, having the 11-point lead.
11-point advantage, 42-31. A lot of points go up in the first half. Second half coming up here from the Marilat. Josh Mitchell and Braden Packard here with you. We'll be back. Second half coming up shortly here on ACTV.
Fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at AdrianCollegeTV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great, great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jebi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News & World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campusvisit.
Are you looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
We leave here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Welcome back to the Marilat Sports and Fitness Center. Josh Mitchell and Braden Packard here with you as we approach the second half coming up between the Adrian College Bulldogs and the Bluffton Beavers. Adrian leads this game 42-31. Let's take a look at our first half stats. As for Adrian College, a lot of these numbers really jump off in their favor.
Yeah, what really pops out to me is number 1, Hannah Lish, going 6 for 7. You know, going 1 for 2 from deep, and you know, missing both her free throws, but so far is the leading scorer in the game with 13 points.
Field goal percentage, Adrian leading that one 48%. We did say in that first half that Hannah Lynch had 2 completed threes. The final stats only gave her 1. I guess her foot must have been online for one of those 2 that we thought were threes. But nonetheless, big game so far for her, up to 8. What? I don't see how many points she has. Help me out here, Brandon. Where's the points on the stat sheet?
So the total points will be TP.
Oh, I see. So yeah, I was right. 13 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's going off. And we mentioned Morgan Babb, that we hadn't called her name very often. That was kind of through that second period. The first period, she was having a pretty good game so far. She's up to 8 points, along with Aubrey Ikes as well. I think another big stat that comes off here is the assists. Adrian with 8, Bluffton only with 3. They came into this game with both teams averaging right around 15, 16 assists a game. So Adrian on pace for that, but Bluffton kind of struggling to move the ball around.
I 100% agree. I believe it derives from the Bulldogs doing a lot of double teaming, especially around the perimeter, forcing rush decisions like passes towards the outlook passes towards the corner, and sometimes it'll be a rush pass towards the post, which will lead to turnovers. And the Bulldogs have been reaping the benefits having the 11-point lead. What the Beavers really need to do right now is you need to continue spacing out, and they need to start hitting those prime time sort of shots.
Neither one of these teams doing great from three-point range. We came in talking about how Adrian was shooting 25% from 3, Bluffton shooting 28%. Those numbers not where either of these coaches would like them to be at this point.
You know, I have to agree with one. Anna Ignatowski. He was 1 for 3 for the Bulldogs with 5 total points. You know, played a very big role there in the second half, especially on the defensive end.
Points off turnovers. Adrian with 17, Bluffton University with 8. We came in talking about how it was going to be a key to the game for Adrian to keep possession of the ball, not commit those turnovers, and they've done a fantastic job of that so far.
So far, both sides have been really great, especially like rebounds-wise. I feel like offensively, I feel like both teams have been able to get the second chance buckets, and able to stay in this game, especially the Beavers.
For this game, Adrian, their biggest lead was 17 points in that first quarter. Since then, a 9-0 run from Bluffton to end the first quarter kind of got them back into the game a little bit. You still trail by 11, but you feel like this is a comebackable deficit if you're Bluffton.
100%. I mean, if you're Bluffton right now, I mean, I'm looking at the minutes per game, and Madison Brown is already having almost 19 minutes, and it has already been 2 quarters. Like I was saying earlier, I mean, they already have 4 players hurt on a team that could really need some rotational depth right now.
Madison Brown leads the team with 12 points in the game. She's followed by Carly Nykamp with 8. A little bit of a surprise there. Nykamp comes in only averaging 7 points a game, so she's already surpassed that just in the first half. For Adrian, you were talking about the steals coming in and how Bluffton's averaging 10 steals a game, Adrian only averaging 5. Well, Adrian's got their 5 steals. Bluffton only has 1. It feels like everything that Bluffton was good at, they haven't been able to convert into more opportunities in this game, where Adrian, the things that they've struggled with, they've been able to succeed at so far.
It has definitely been a turntables type of game, because the Bulldogs, coming off of a fairly, I wouldn't say a bad loss, but coming off of a loss, they're definitely looking to bounce back and come back with some energy. But the Beavers have undefeated so far throughout the season, and they're coming in hot until this game. A lot of their turnovers have been because of travels and because of aggressive play around the post. What they really need to do is they got to realize that, don't have to be as aggressive while taking their shots, because the Bulldogs are not they're good around the arch, but not like dangerous, and they got to realize that don't have to be as physical around the paint.
Back into the action. Down low, shot up and good. Morgan Babb gets on the board to start the period. Draws the foul as well. No, I take that back. They call the offensive foul. Did not see it that way, but that's what the refs call. So they're going to quickly pull Morgan Babb out, as I believe that is her 3rd of the game. So she's in foul trouble. Getting some advice from Coach Sam Miller over there. Back the other direction. Jumper is up and good. On the board for Nate Camp to start this 3rd quarter. Adrian back the other way. Out on top. Tignas over to the far side. Back over to the leading scorer in the game so far, number 1, Hannah Lynch. Inside to Ike. Back out on top to Schultz. Down inside. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Throws it up. Goes off the rim. No. Rebound by Madison Brown. She'll bring it the other direction. Down on top. She drives into the paint. Throws it up. Good and 1.
Beavers still looking to bounce back, making both their baskets here to early on in the 3rd. And now this will be Brown here at the line.
In that first half, the Beavers went 8 of 9 from the line. Adrian, 4 of 6. First free throw. I missed what the call there was exactly.
Just saying that one didn't count. I believe there was some offensive interference. They went for the rebound a little too early, but it was a miscalculation. Madison Brown, I believe she didn't make the free throw. It was just a little jumpy.
So no point off that free throw. Adrian still leads by 7. Down inside, shot up, no good. As out of the half, just like you called, the Beavers starting to put some together. Madison Brown bounces one in for 3. Timeout by Adrian. Madison Brown knocks one in from range.
So Madison Brown from downtown looking like a completely different team here in the 3rd. It's looking like they have, that I want to see that halftime speech. I want to be there, because I believe they just got locked in and know exactly what they have to work on, and they came in and they worked on it exactly. They started being a lot more physical in the paint and started extending their range, exactly what they needed to do. And so far throughout this game, it's 42-38, and the Bulldogs are looking a little bit jittery so far. Have been forcing some turnovers and have been a little bit too physical coming into the paint. Have to rely a lot more on their mid-range jumpers, because that's what they started working towards in end of the 2nd quarter. Started extending the range a little bit from the post, but exactly what they need to do.
Good timeout here by Coach Sam Miller, you'd say, right?
Yes.
You don't want things to spiral out of control here to start.
100%. It's just like you want to get your team locked back in. You want to make sure that everybody is got that communication going.
My laptop died and my charger's dead. I need the reads. I can't find them on my phone.
Simply the Bulldogs getting ready to take it down the court as the Beavers getting ready to play some defense.
Adrian has it on the near side. Rotated around the top of the circle. Lish with it now. She'll feed it down inside. Stolen away. Intercepted. Back the other direction. Only down by 4 if you are the Beavers. Once trailed by 17. Madison Brown sends it over to Clark. Clark drives in. She stops. Sends it all the way over for 3. Yes, sir! Niekamp knocks down another. As we are only up by 1 if you are Adrian, 42-41. Here's a long-range mid-jumper. No, Madison Brown not able to corral it, though. Did touch it before it went out of bounds, so it'll stay on this end. Adrian College with another throw in here, only leading by 1, a game that they once led by 17 in the first period.
So I'm saying at one point it was 21-6, and now it has become a close game because that's exactly what they needed to do. They needed to get the perimeter shots. They needed to start being a lot more physical in the paint, taking pages exactly from Adrian's book and applying it to their play. And exactly what they've been doing is being aggressive on the offensive boards. So they needed to apply that by just hitting the shots. Foul called away from the ball against Adrian as Bluffton will have a chance to take the lead on this possession. Drop it off to Clark. Clark down in front, sends up a shot. It's good! Bluffton leads! First Bluffton lead of the game here in the third. That's not exactly what you want to see if you're a Bulldogs fan. But that's what you want to see. Lynch adds another 3, her second of the game. She's been the star for Adrian. Gives the Bulldogs back the advantage. First Adrian basket of the half. Now we're getting some down inside. Throws it up, it's good. Niekamp adds another. Adrian will continue to slow things down, brings it down. Tie game here in the third. Lynch penetrate in, leaves it back top of the circle. Stepping back around, back over to Schultz. She steps over, gives it back to Moorhead. Moorhead throws it back to Schultz. Her 3 is good! Adrian back up by 3 as the long-range bombs are falling now. Here's a fake, drive in, blocked away. Blocked by Ikes down inside. Bluffton will maintain possession. Great job on Ikes from not jumping there and just using her height to advantage and just swatting it down like a fly. Set to throw it in. Back under the basket is Madison Brown. Looking for somebody to get in. Almost throws it over the head of Clark, but gets it in to Brown. Brown feeds it inside. Shot up, no good. Recorralled by number 24, Fenstermaker, as draw it back within 1. Adrian will bring it down the court. Moorhead stops with it. Out on top. Leaves it off to Ikes. Ikes try and pass it all the way across Lynch. Barely gets there, but maintain possession. Back around, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Schultz, back over. They feed it back over to Lynch. She drives in with 4 seconds on the shot clock. Gets it back, throws it up at the buzzer of the shot clock, and gets it in. Go the other way. Brown now with it on the far side. Over to Clark. Reset, throws it all the way across. Contact under the net. Fenstermaker will throw one up. Goes wide, rebound by Ikes.
The other way for Linsky. Player behind her almost steals it away. Corral throws it over. Aggressive defense once again. Moorhead corrals. Rotate over next to Bulldog head coach Sam Miller. Moorhead sets up for a three. Yes, sir! Raining threes here in the half. Over to Brown. No. Corral under the basket. A foul called. Tough rebound for Ava Schultz. We will have our stoppage here for the media timeout. We'll remind you to ready to explore Adrian College as your future. You can check out the scholarship days. They let admitted students tour campus, meet faculty, and earn a renewable scholarship. You can register at adrian.edu/admissions/visit-campus/scholarship day. Next scholarship day coming up, going to be January 24th, with other dates out in February 21st, March 21st, and out in April 18th. Fantastic opportunity to earn some scholarships if you're planning to attend the great Adrian College institution. Bulldogs lead by 6, 53-47 your score. A game in the first quarter that Adrian led by 17. The comeback is on, especially in the second half. A 11-point run to start the second half. If you are Bluffton, took their first lead of the game. Now Adrian pulled back away by 6 with possession. We're back in the action. Moorhead feeding it back out. 3 off the rim. No. Rebound by Schultz. Tries to put it up. Blocked away. Corralled out to Moorhead. Moorhead will drive in. She feeds it back out. Drive down for Lynch. Her shot is good. Lish with a jumper. Expands the Bulldog advantage. Clark now has it out in front. Over to Brown. Brown into the corner. Back to Brown. Continuing to just play around the top here. Now they get it down inside. Spinning around against Ikes. Shot blocked. Rebound up and good.
Exactly what I was talking about earlier. Bluffton has been really good on those offensive rebounds and getting those second chance buckets. And that's what's been able to make them stay in this game.
6-point lead for Adrian. Near side for Bartaski. Throws it out of bounds off of a Bluffton defender. Adrian will throw it in from the back line. Lish over to throw it in. Lish tosses it high over to Schultz. Schultz over to Witkowski. Back to Schultz. Over to Lish. Lish throws it down low to Ix. Ix spins around. Back out to the top of the circle. Moorhead drives down. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Her shot is good. Tough shot for Moorhead as she expands the Adrian College advantage. Down the court, a 3 from the corner. Goes long, goes out of bounds off of an Adrian College player. So Bluffton will maintain possession. Down by 8 now. A game that only a few moments ago it felt like they had the advantage. Throws it over to the far corner. Rotate back in front, over to Brown. Leaves it off for Clark. Clark drives in. She leaves it off into a triple team. Back to Brown for 3. Wide to the right. Collected, trying to feed off down low was Clark, but bounces it out of bounds, and Adrian College will take possession. Schultz will throw it in to Moorhead. They'll bring it down the court. Bounces around to the right. Back to Schultz. Over to Lish. Lish feed it down low to Ix. Ix throws one up. No. trying to get the offensive rebound, and good strong play there to draw the whistle. We'll get the other mainline post player for Adrian, Morgan Babb. She's been sitting with 3 fouls for most of this quarter. Back into the game now.
Back into the game now with only 2 minutes left of this third quarter. I mean, Bulldogs have widened that lead because they have just widened out on the perimeter. Great job on them for doing that and been as physical, if not more physical, than the Beavers in the post, which is very surprising because that's exactly how they got back into this game.
Brown's pass goes wide, so it's another turnover. Adrian College with possession, and Coach Sam Miller gonna swap Ikes out, gonna rotate the post players. Get Babb on the court, take Ikes out for a rest. Here's one trying to dump it down to Babbs, taken away, other direction, go the Beavers. They'll reset out top of the circle, get it down low to Brown. Around the baseline, maintains possession, spins around, runs back into an Adrian College defender, throws one up, bounces around, and rolls off the rim. Adrian College will head the other direction. Moorhead, give it over to Schultz. Her 3, off to the left. Rebound, back the other direction, all the way down the court. Back over to Brown. Brown, leave it off for Heckatham. Over to Fenstermaker. No good there. Lish behind the back. Over the far side. She gives it off to Moorhead. Her 3 off the front of the rim. Rebound by Barb. Babb leaves it off for Moorhead. Babb collects. Gets it over to Lish. Lish will drive in. Her shot up and good. I tell you, if this Adrian College team, with how good they are down low, you can have somebody like Hannah Lynch playing like she is tonight. It's going to be really tough to stop.
I couldn't agree more. Hannah Lynch with already 22 points here in the third quarter. She is going insane as she tries to get the ball back in bounds, but that was just a little too far ahead of her. I believe this will be the Beavers' ball with 17 seconds left on the clock.
Amazing, a period that Adrian led by, I believe, 9 going into the period. Then, or not even 9, they led by 11 going into the period. The Beavers storm back, take the lead. Now Adrian's back up by 10, the momentum of basketball. They've hit back-to-back buzzer beaters in both of the previous quarters. 7 seconds here. Tries to throw one down low. Stolen away. Adrian heads the other direction. 3 seconds. Long range 3 goes short. And we've come to the end of the first 3 periods. 30 minutes down. 10 minutes to go. Adrian leads by 10.
Kind of a wacky third quarter. As you were saying, Bulldogs came in leading by 11, but then Bluffton was able to come and tie it up and was leading by a little bit. They extended their range and they got more physical in the paint, exactly what they needed to do. But the Bulldogs came right back and got the lead back, now have a 10-point lead here coming into the fourth. Bluffton really needs to extend their range like they were doing and continue to be physical in the paint.
A back and forth third quarter, fourth quarter coming up next. You're watching Adrian College women's basketball on ACTV.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Gotten an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
Adrian College.
Welcome back to Adrian College Athletics to the Maryland Center. Josh Mitchell and Braden Packard here with you as we come a couple seconds late into this quarter. Hard foul under the basket as Adrian College playing some physical defense, up by 10. We know this Bluffton team, they can score in a flurry. They've already done it once in this half. Going to try and do it again. Over to the far side to Moore. Back around the top of the circle to Fenstermaker. Fenstermaker will penetrate all the way in. Her shot goes wide. Corralled by Babb. She'll head the other direction. One of the few times tonight we've seen Babb and Ix both on the court at the same time. We got a whistle away from the ball. Official's going to talk it over here. Pair of officials going to meet up over at the scores table. And we have an officials timeout. They're going to check things over. While they do that, we'll step aside. You're watching Adrian College Television women's basketball right here on ACTV. Welcome back to Adrian College Television. Josh Mitchell and Braden Packard here with you as the officials deliberate, look at the monitor for a little bit, ultimately decide no additional call. So Adrian College will throw it in. We will continue here. Adrian still leading by 10. Try and feed it inside. Blocked away by Fenstermaker. They'll take it the other direction. Over the center court. Clark to Brown. Brown will drive all the way in. Her shot off the glass and good. Brown continuing to have a stellar night. She has all season for head coach Shuttler. Over now to Babb with 3 fouls. Over to Lynch. Not quite there. Rebound by Moore. Moore will take it the other direction. Leaves it off for Heckathon. Heckathon, sidestep, jumper is good. Back-to-back baskets for the Beavers as they start to put things together. Downside Moorhead, swing it around the top for a 3. In and out. Rebound by Bluffton. Restabilizes in front, sends it over to Brown. She drives in against 3 defenders, draws the foul. She'll head back to the free throw line.
You know, Beavers are looking to come back here early. You know, I mean, Bulldogs looking like a husk of themselves in the 4th, missing a few of their shots early on, but the Beavers have been taking that and reaping the benefits. Getting physical in the paint.
Morgan Babb will head back over to the bench. Ava Schultz back in. First free throw up and good, as it has been a stellar free throw night for Bluffton. If my numbers remain up to date, I believe they are 9 of 10. Make that 10 of 11.
But they haven't missed much of their free throws, and that's why they've stayed in this game. Their consistency and also their adaptability, being able to not only get physical here in the post, but also try and widen out the range.
A little too aggressive. My Madison Brown trying to poke it away. Foul called on her. 8 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. Throws one in, stolen away, down the court, poked away. It'll go for the possession of Bluffton, or no, Adrian, excuse me. And you see head coach Sam Miller on the far side running down the court. Frustrated there. Adrian continuing to lead. Down into the paint again. Jumper, not quite there. Rebound headed the other direction as this Bluffton team, we saw it to start the half, doing it again here in the fourth quarter. Here's a sidestep jumper. Good! Hegathorn adds another as Adrian College brings it down, only leading by 2, where moments ago they led by 10. Sam Miller barking out orders from his spot. Haven't seen him sit down much tonight. Around the top of the circle, throw it down inside, shot up off the rim. Offensive rebound again, feeds it out, draws the foul.
Great effort from the Bulldogs to get that offensive board. Not only were there 3 people there in the paint, but also to be able to roll it out and try to get that pass out back to the arch. What a great effort there from the Bulldogs.
Throws it in to Ava Schultz. Feed around to the top of the circle. Throw it around to Moorhead. Moorhead dumps it off to Ix. Ix leaves it off for Itch. Fancy ball handling between the legs. Nothing there. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Finds space for a jumper if you're Darby Lineth. Gets the Bulldogs on the board. Ends the scoring drought of almost 3.5 minutes.
Well, a lot of basketball played here for the Bulldogs.
Over to Brown for 3. In and out. Rebound by Adrian. Moorhead will take it down the court. Just trying to bleed some clock here. You want to try and shorten the possessions of this game if you're Adrian. Moorhead throws it to the corner for Schultz. Her 3 off the rim. Brown with the rebound, headed the other direction. She'll bring it to the center of the court. 2 Adrian players on her. Gets by him anyway. Her shot blocked away. Rebounds it, but not able to corral it was Fenstermaker. Thinking about the shot before she had the ball, and goes down as a turnover for Bluffton. Adrian will reset to throw it in on the near side. Leading by 4. Moorhead. Take it over the center. Leave it off on the far side. Driving down, around, stepped on the back line. Trying to feed it around to Moorhead, but stepped on that baseline, so turnover there. Other direction. Clark will take it over the center. She'll leave it off for Heckenthorn. Heckenthorn throws it to the near corner to Fenstermaker. Her 3 off the back of the rim. Moorhead corrals. Dodges the defenders as she continues to slow things down over center. Approaching 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Adrian with the 4-point advantage. Moorhead, top of the key. Inside, her shot partially blocked. Inside, blocked and fouled on the shots was Morgan Babb. She'll head to the free throw line.
This is exactly what the Bulldogs have been looking for, just a spot to go to the line, an opportunity to get there, try to widen out the lead just a little bit, because the Beavers seem to have some momentum here earlier on in the quarter, and we'll slowly lose it later on in the quarter. Bulldogs are taking advantage of that and starting to be a little bit more physical there in the paint.
Babb makes the first, ready for the second. Puts it up. knocks it down. The free throws for Morgan Babb to expand the lead to 6. Brown with it, top of the arch. Leaves it off inside, spins around, throws it up, draws the foul. Ninkamp, she's had a good game, and draws another foul there.
Oh, just under 5 minutes left of this fourth quarter. The Bulldogs just need to play some smart basketball.
Just a reminder that Adrian College television broadcasts are fully student ran. Here on staff here for the game today, Gabby Brown, our director. Top cam, we got Blake Weidman, Tate Wise down in the floor cam. Braden Packard here beside me, and of course I am Josh Mitchell, our ACTV streaming coordinator. Josiah Jarrell in the building as well, helping out as we will step aside. 5 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter of a back-and-forth game from the Marilat. Adrian College leads 63-57. We'll be back with more here on ACTV.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Welcome back to the Marilat. Josh Mitchell and Braden Packard here with you. A pair of free throws coming up for Bluffton's Carly Nykamp. The freshman makes the first, as it's been an outstanding free throw shooting night for head coach Chad Shuttler. Puts it up around the rim and out. So Adrian College avoids a point there. 63-58 the score. Down the court they go with Babb. Some half-court pressure here. Aggressive, and a foul called away from the ball. Adrian College will take possession. And they will head over to the bench for a 30-second timeout. Couldn't tell who called that one, but either way, they'll step aside, talk about this a little bit more. As Adrian continues to lead by 5. And Packard, what are we looking for in these last minutes, as it's been a strong both quarter and really a strong half by Bluffton?
Well, I feel like with Adrian's side, I feel like they just need to play some smart basketball. With only like under 5 minutes left of the game, they just need to limit the turnovers. But as we're talking about earlier on in the game, we're talking about how Bluffton averages over 10 steals a game, and they are a very defensive-minded team, and they could be able to get those steals when they need to, and that's how exactly how they've been able to stay in this game. I feel like Bluffton needs to continue to be aggressive and needs to keep on going for steals and fast break opportunities.
Adrian back on the offense. 4-point advantage. Lynch will put one up off the back of the rim. Corralled by Brown. She'll throw it out ahead to Clark. Clark down inside, penetrates, shoots off the rim. Offensive rebound, up and in. Offensive rebounds have played a big part tonight as well. It's the Adrian lead cut to 3. Moorhead brings it down to the top of the arch. She leaves it off for Ix. Ix over to Lynch. Lynch will leave it off for Babb. Babb dribbling around top of the key, penetrates inside. Her shot blocked away. Good defensive play by Fenstermaker as she'll bring it down the court. Bluffton can tie the game with a three-pointer. And around the top is Clark. She'll leave it off for Brown. Brown dribbling around on top. Passes it over. Around for a mid-range jumper off the back of the rim. Fenstermaker fighting for the rebound. A foul called. Not a foul. They're going to call this one a jump ball. Both players, good job fighting for that one. So we'll step back to the, actually, no, not a jump ball. So both myself and the press announcer had that one wrong. So we do have Adrian College possession. Moorhead, she'll put up a three. Wide to the left, out of bounds, and it'll be possession for Bluffton. Still only down by 3. 3 minutes to play as this game's going to come down to the wire. Over the center line, timeout called by Bluffton head coach Chad Shuttler. Will take it with them. Be back in 30 seconds right here on ACTV.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Welcome back to the Marilats. Josh Mitchell and Braden Packard here with you for the conclusion of this game, the final 3 minutes, as Adrian College in the first quarter led by as much as 17. They've led by 11 at halftime. They led by 10 late in the third. But a comeback in the fourth gave Bluffton a lead. Now they're fighting to try and do it again here in the fourth. Here's a poke away out to center court over the center line. So that's a turnover. And Coach Shuttler can't believe it on the far sideline. That one did get poked away, it looked like, by Morgan Babb. That should have negated the backcourt call. Official's going to step over, trying to explain it to the 21-year veteran of the women's basketball. Officials will collaborate as well. Talking about it right at center court. Figure out what the call should be here at a pivotal point in this game. Bluffton down by 3. Trying to keep this score close. Officials still talking about what they want the call to be here. And they are going to give the ball to Adrian, it looks like. Still explaining the call.
Very controversial call. One of the harder calls to make in the game of basketball, because it highly really depends on like where does the ball land, who's the last person to make contact, and it really depends on that. And I feel like just getting that figured out.
Lynch drives inside. Her spinning shot somehow goes down. A very difficult shot over the defender, but it's just been that kind of night for Hannah Lynch. Brown now has it, feeds it over into the corner. Aggressive defense, drives past him down the baseline, steps on the back line. Adrian's ball. A basket plus defense. You start to expand this lead, and Coach Shuttler's going to expand the defense out just a little bit. Moorhead will bring it across. Approaching 2 minutes to play here in this game. Moorhead leaves it off for Ix. Ix over to Schultz. Schultz throws it across to Moorhead. Moorhead drives in, throws it all the way across to Schultz, too far. Goes out of bounds. Defensive stand for the Beavers. Drops it off for Clark. Clark will bring it over the center line. Down by 5, over to Brown, back to Clark. Clark sends it across to Hackathorn. Hackathorn all the way across to Brown, doesn't take the 3. Instead drives over, takes a mid-range, tough 2, and knocks it down. Brown will come out, expand the defense a little bit. Challenging Moorhead out by the timeline. Moorhead gets inside. Over to Babb. Babb stops, doubles back. Throws it over to Ix. Ix at the top of the key. She'll back off, throw it to Moorhead. Moorhead inside. Drops it off for Ix. Her shot blocked, but a foul.
Great use of the pick and roll right there to trying to get the wide open lane, but that was still very physical and great job from the Beavers to get around those picks. Almost able to get the block, but just a little too late defensively.
Aubrey Ix with 2 shots to try and expand this Adrian College advantage. She knocks down the first. Expands the lead to 4. So a 2-possession game. 1:07 on the game clock. Second shot good as well. For Adrian, they now lead by 5. It's been a terrific comeback to this point for Bluffton University. What can they do here in the final minute? Throw it all the way across to Clark. Clark bouncing around. This Adrian defense continuing to play aggressive. Over to Brown. Brown will stop. Over to Clark. Back to the far side. Brown, a long 3 off the rim. Rebound over to Clark. Clark inside. She drops it off to Fenstermaker. Lets 2 players go by. Offensive rebound up and in. Offensive rebounds have been big in this game. And Adrian leads by 3. Timeout called with 38 seconds to go. What are we seeing here in Packard?
Well, I'm seeing a lot of what you're saying. I mean, the Beavers have been getting those offensive rebounds, which has led to second chance buckets, which has definitely kept them in the game. They're only down by 3 right now, which they only need their sharpshooters like Madison Brown just to spark one in, and that'll tie up the ball game.
Both coaches grabbing their teams, talking things over. 38 seconds. You wonder if it's time for Bluffton to foul, force Adrian to try and shoot some free throws, or do you sit back, play defense? It's been a very efficient free throw shooting night for both teams. 3 fouls on the Bulldogs in this quarter, 4 against Bluffton. No foul yet, so Lynch will drive it all the way down. Inside shot, no, but a foul. She'll head to the line with 32 seconds to play. Man, you cannot say enough good things about Hannah Lynch in this game. Came in averaging only 8 points per game, and wow, she's had a fantastic outing.
So to say Hannah Lynch so far with 24 points, let's see if she can get it to 26 with these 2 free throws.
Hannah Lynch. First off the back of the iron, no good, so remains a 3-point advantage. And this is a big free throw because a free throw make here expands the advantage to a 2-point lead. Or 2-possession lead, excuse me, 4 points. Bounces around, off, fighting for the offensive rebound, corralled by Adrian. Huge offensive rebound by Ikes. Over, and a foul committed by Clark. What an offensive rebound. Off of the free throw miss. The foul will send Hannah Lynch back to the line. She just missed the last 2. Again, even just 1 make is a huge play because you expand this to a 2-possession lead. At the line. Misses another. That's 3 misses in a row for Lish. She'll get 1 more.
Like you said, all she needs to do is get 1 more, and there'll be a 2-possession lead with only 25 seconds left on the clock, which will be huge for the Bulldogs.
knocks it down. 4-point lead for Adrian. Timeout by Bluffton. Bluffton calls the timeout. They'll step aside to talk about it as Adrian now leads 4-0.
Sorry.
You're good.
Very, very close game. And honestly, that's exactly what the Beavers were looking for with the first 2 misses off of the free throws with Lish. But then somehow, some way, the Bulldogs are able to retain the offensive board and were able to get the second chance opportunity at the line. Able to widen the lead just by 1, which is huge here with only 25 seconds left on the clock.
25 seconds away. Adrian College came into this game 2-2 on the campaign. Bluffton 3-0. Two teams have played each other the last 5-6 years. Talking with Coach Shuttler for Bluffton before the game, said they're going to change around their schedule. So last time these two teams will play each other for the foreseeable future. And it's a tight one. Bulldogs have led by as many as 17. Bluffton came back to take the lead in the third. Now they trail by 4, 25 seconds to go. Over to Clark. She sits at the top of the circle. Throws it over to Brown. Brown back to Clark. She'll put up a 3. Off the rim, no good. Fenstermaker with the rebound. Tries to throw it to Brown. Off her hands. Adrian ball. 14 seconds to go. Substitutions in for Adrian.
Very pesky around the perimeter, which led to the turnover, and great job to do that because now Bab will be throwing it in, but there'll be a timeout called first.
Timeout. Final last-ditch effort here for Coach Chad Shuttler. They will talk this over, how they want to try and defend this inbound pass. Down by 4, you need to steal a basket. Then you got to hope for some magic after that.
If you're the Beavers, you're hoping for a miracle right now. You're hoping for a 3, and you're hoping to be able to get on the inbounds pass and just get a layup in. You'll be up by 1. That's exactly what they need right now, but they're just going to need a miracle, or they're going to need to space in and lock in defensively. A really great game from them so far, as they are hot from free throws. I mean, they've only missed 1, and that's exactly why they've been able to stay in this game.
Reset. Out of the timeout. Adrian College, Bluffton University trying to get the inbound pass here. Scholes looking for somebody, throws it over to Moorhead. She gets fouled. 13 seconds.
Great job being able to get it out to your point guard, especially being so contested, not only from like the inbounds perspective, but I believe there was something called there.
Talking about it here. We assumed Moorhead would be headed to the line. 5 fouls called on Bluffton in this quarter. Officials meeting at midcourt to talk about this. 13 seconds to go. Adrian leads by 4. The 3 officials now together to talk, figure out what the continuation here is.
And exactly 13 seconds left on the clock. It's a great time for both sides to communicate, come up with a game plan to finish out the rest of the game.
Official comes over. So they called a technical foul on the Bulldog coach, Sam Miller, I believe. So right now, Ashlyn Moorhead is taking her free throw. She made the first, so Adrian leads by 5. Second, up and good. So Adrian leads now by 6. And that's probably your final dagger for this comeback attempt. They do get a single free throw on this end off of the technical. Madison Brown to take this one. And it is good. And she gets a second shot. Wasn't sure about that. So trying to make this one, make it back to a 4-point game. She does just that, 70-66. Timeout called once again, this one by the Beavers. As they'll try and talk about this here, as I believe that Bluffton will get to throw this ball in, down by 4, 13 seconds left. So this game not quite over yet.
Right, you could potentially force a 4-point play. It really depends on how much attention you draw from the perimeter. Also, if you could steal the inbounds pass early on, you can try and get a layup. But 13 seconds, that's not a lot of time to work around with. I don't know, but Bluffton was able to cash in 2 buzzer beaters earlier this game. The only time they weren't able to was in the third. Let's see if they can keep up that hot streak.
Adrian College back on the court. 4-point advantage. 13 seconds away from closing out this game. Brown over to throw it in. 13 seconds left. Brown with it. Looking. Gets it in. Out in front. Time's ticking. Drives in. Throws it to Fenstermaker in the corner. Her shot missed. Adrian with the rebound. Taking it down the court. And no foul is incoming. And who else to dribble it out but Hannah Lynch, as the Bulldogs claim a 70-66 victory from the Marillac.
What a great performance for both sides, especially offensive rebound-wise. Oh, my goodness. Both teams have capitalized on the second chance buckets, and that's exactly why it was such a high-scoring game as it was. You know, both teams were able to space out on the perimeter a little bit, but as we were seeing coming into the second half, both teams were only at 16 and 18% from 3. You know, not exactly ideal from a coach's perspective, but they're very dominant in the post and very consistent from the free throw line.
For Adrian College, a very strong win as they improve to 3-2. They knock off the formerly undefeated Bluffton University Beavers as players gather around at center court. And what a fascinating game for really this entire game. Adrian led by 17 in the first quarter. They go into the half leading by 11. You think they've got this game in hand. You come out of the break, it's what, a 12-0 run, something like that by Bluffton. To all of a sudden, they have the lead. This is a back-and-forth game. What do you know? Then, bang, Adrian goes on a run. They're back up by 10 to end the third. You come into the fourth, Bluffton puts another run together, draw within 2, but you never got that final push over the hump. You never led in the fourth quarter. Stayed close the whole way through, but what a game for Adrian College to bounce back. You get the 4-point victory in a game that, for the most part, you were in control of for the majority of the contest. Big individual performances. Obviously, Hannah Lynch, the big one, to lead the team. For Adrian, Madison Brown leads the way for the Bluffton. But really a great game by both teams, like you said.
Couldn't agree more, both sides. Now, I mean, this will be Bluffton's first loss of the season, now 3-1, and this will be Bulldogs, I was looking back, that one game that they lost at the beginning of the season was an exhibition, so that one did not count. So they've only lost one game throughout this season, so they are now at, I believe, 3-1.
So 3-1 officially, not the 2-2 that I had originally. Did not realize that one game was.
I didn't realize that one
exhibition.
either. I was looking at the schedule and they just squeezed that in there.
Oh, look at this, doing the digging, figuring things out. So both teams now 3-1, and don't play in the same conference, but teams that have played each other the last 5-6 years. So he said for the foreseeable future, Bluffton won't be playing Adrian again, at least at this point in their schedule moving forward, if their plans stay the same. For Adrian College, next time they are in action, going to be right here on ACTV. That's going to be on the 22nd, when they will take on Otterbein University coming here to the Merrilat. That'll be the next time you see the Bulldogs in action here for the women's side of basketball. But I think that's going to do it here for our broadcast this evening. Josh Mitchell alongside with my co-host for today, Braden Packard. I want to thank Gabby Broom, our director, along with Blake Weidman and Tate Wise running our cameras. Josiah Durrell, the streaming coordinator, in the building as well. That's going to do it from here at the Merrilat. Adrian College with the win, 70-66 your final. We thank you for watching this presentation of Adrian College Athletics.